I'm so happy right now. I can't tell you like how happy I am. Thank you for sticking on with us, guys. We're going to go ahead and get this show rolling. If you guys can help us out on Twitter and just get the word out this is finally starting, that would be amazing. For now, we're going to go ahead and get this. So let's talk about impressions. Impressions are really, I mean, looking at the lineups right now, Rainmaker Flounder Heights is where we're going to be starting off at. Dogface being the sniper for Tomodachi. And we're going to be able to see at least some of the American side of Tomodachi take it out here. So, overall, general thoughts on Flounder Heights, Rainmaker, what are you thinking here?
I'm thinking that basically they got to find ways to be able to, set up climbs on the walls. That's really the biggest way they're going to be able to get through and push to the courts on the other side. Looking at the team's LUs, it looks like ND are going to play the range game a little bit more than MT might, but we're just going to have to see how that fares with range C action in this.
Yeah, if you're looking at your screens right now, everybody, you can see the person with on your screen right now is Static, using actually a Splatling, and this is the first time we're seeing a Splatling used by the streamer, but they're going to be able to push it. The Tomodachi is going to be able to push it to the 41-point mark. That's 2 kills coming in, I believe, before the Rainmaker will go down, but Tomodachi already has done a superb job.
Using the bubbler.
Yeah, no, I know. We've seen. Oh, they're going to be able to push it even further before getting knocked out, I believe, at the 17-point mark. But
unbelievable!
Jesus Christ! How the hell did they do that? They are able to push it so quickly into the match, and especially with the Splatling, which we don't typically see on this cast so much. But Cody, for the Team Nintendome, is looking to get at least some stability here. He notices the Dynamo Roller to his right side, and he's going to take a little bit of a break on this one. But what exactly just happened there?
Well, I mean, again, it's Rainmaker. A lot of very jank things can happen very fast, but I feel that playing CQC will give them the biggest advantage possible, especially playing on this map. If Nintendome is going to keep trying to play the range game, they have to kind of break off that and kind of go on the offense if they want to try and be able to push anything back. At the 7 MT, it looks like it's going to be a very difficult job for them to even be able to pull off something like that. I think they're going to try and swap the roles pretty much for both teams.
And of course, everything really matters. Every single point, every single token matters in this set of 5. Where if you lose a set, you will be sent to that losers bracket. And so far, Tomodachi is making no mistake. They are absolutely destroying, and the Splatling is doing superbly well. The bubble being used at a great time gets another kill on the JSIF, and Team Nintendome is hurting right now.
This is going to really hurt them in the fields, considering that we have 2 players that were formerly get on at the 17-point mark. I don't know mentality while trying to take anything back here, but we're just gonna have to see how it fares.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is probably the most, probably the biggest narrative we've seen in a INKSTORM match, where we have people who formerly played with each other, people who may have gripes against each other, and so I maybe not so much gripes as just like they really just want to win against each other. So the fact that Team Nintendo isn't doing so hot against some of their former teammates who left, citing irreconcilable differences, is a interesting story to say the least. Rainmaker at the center of the map. 2 minutes left to go in this one. Pixelated Cody doing what he can to 1v1 the player here, and it looks like he will be able to win that one against Static before going down himself.
Okay, here comes the Rainmaker. They're pushing really hard, going past the 50 to the
30. 35! No, they won't be able to.
Done at the 24.
Just miss it at the 24-point mark. We do see Cody on your screen in yellow for Team Nintendo. They were able to make it to 9.
Take a look!
Oh my goodness, just like that. And Cody is still very far deep. He does get Zevchan at the with 1 minute 45 seconds left to go, and there's 3 people only up. An Ink Strike being put on the perfect place possible, and it's going to release that the Rainmaker shield from being contained. But unfortunately for Team Nintendome, I believe, or sorry, for Team Nintendome, they're not going to be able to keep it up any further, as they're going to be sent on a retreat right now. And my goodness, back and forth action here, and Team Nintendome all of a sudden on top.
Just comes to prove that everything can change ever so suddenly on Rainmaker, especially on Flounder Heights, considering how short you can make the path going to trying to flank on the walls there. Looks like Static is going to be using the Butler very well on the center. They're trying to clear out another path to the center because they got to pull out all the stakes with 1 minute left something.
Looking at Cody's stream, we do see I mean, he's in a great position right now, and from what we can see, very even in terms of who has where their ink where. And Gray, oh, it looked like he almost got the turnaround kill, but not just yet. And Zevchen will prevail on that one, gets the Inkzuka as well, and that is 3 down for Team Nintendome. And this is the perfect opportunity for Tomodachi to make a little bit of a comeback. They have 30 seconds left to go. If they do lose it, which they do just now, they do have an opportunity to get it once again. Suction Bomb being sent to pretty much zone all of Tomodachi out. That Suction Bomb is going to be able to get Zevchen at least. Cody sneaking around enemy lines here to be able to keep Tomodachi off from any chance of winning. That's 2 down for, oh my goodness, 2 down right now. Potentially 3, not just yet. Cody doing work.
Kind of played very carefully, very carefully.
Yeah.
But again, 10 seconds. They gotta do something.
10 seconds left on the clock. Cody doing what he can to defend it, but the bubble is being activated on top. Static has the bubble on it. He is going to be able to at least move a little bit, but they're going to lose the Rainmaker, and that's going to be game and set. And what was such a fantastic back and forth match to see will end with Team Nintendome actually getting the win on top of them. 1-0.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable just how fast the game can turn around. I am still completely stoked by how that seriously went. ND, initially trying to play the range game, decided, you know what, guys, we got to go right in here. We got to play that CQC. We got to get in there. They got the nice kill on the core. I believe Cody initiated that by getting a kill on Static, and then basically the Rainmaker kind of just rained health from there, and that kind of allowed them to go straight down past the 10-point mark right after. So very well on their part.
So going into game 2, Splat Zones and Mahi Mahi, we're going to take a look at whatever weapon composition changes there might be. Static still maybe staying with that Splatling, it seems. Yeah, he's going to stay with the mini Splatling for now. Whereas
that guy's got balls of steel rocking that, to be honest.
And honestly, it's towards the beginning of that game, it did wonders for them, especially when they were trying to get to that last ramp. Everybody seemed to sort of line up, and it fell prey to the constant barrage of bullets coming from his Splatling. And I don't know in what other situations that might have worked, but it ended up working out for him. I think it's really ballsy to go that once again, but on Mahi Mahi Resort, you might be able to get away with it. I mean, we look at some of the standard places where snipers stand perched on in the back, where it's so hard to really push them out of that zone. And you'll have to remind me again, tower controls or splat? No, splat zones, okay. So normally on tower control, it's very hard to move it past the beginning like 70, 80 point marker, but this is tower control splat zones. It's a lot more flexible in terms of who will have control, but be on the lookout for some of the snipers who oftentimes have a great control and great vision over the middle part of this map, which, by the way, is incredibly open and perfect preying ground for these snipers. But immediately Pixel will be going down. Tomodachi will be getting control. And on your screen right now is Pixel in purple for Team Nintendome, and for Team Tomodachi, it will be yellow for them this time around.
So as you can see here, basically they're the advantage stopping at the 70, going past now to the 65-point mark. But play the game horizontally, they got to drop the vertical control. You want to get Cody going in with the Kraken here.
Cody doing, he's trying to at least zone some people out, but it won't be able to work so far. And Team Nintendo struggling in this first opening half, but the sniper almost getting absolutely everybody. The Ink Strike coming in. They're actually able, in just a half second, what the hell is going on? They were actually able to at least get a penalty for half a second with the combination of the Ink Strike and Pixel's presence from Team Nintendo, and they are at least able to delay this onslaught from Tomodachi. But this onslaught, once again, is a great beginning for Team Tomodachi, who so far has been relentless.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, we see Pixel here. They're trying to kind of hang around in their back, lay the walls, kind of keep themselves a bit defensive, because as before we mentioned that they are kind of better at the range game with the LE that they do have. They're able to have Savage there using the splatter shot very effectively to keep that zone controlled from time to time. But it seems that they're really struggling. That Dynamo on the top there actually causing a lot of problems. They're already 2 down now. They were able to take the zone back from this point.
But they were at least able to get into the 71-point mark, and with 3 minutes left to go, that 40-point sack penalty, they do have time to be able to recover from that, and that is a far cry from what was happening at the beginning, honestly. So I think they have to be at least a little relieved. It almost, dying when he had the wall right there. A little bit unfortunate for him. That Dynamo Roller getting him in the same position once again.
Okay, so we do see here that they are trying to reapproach what seems to be taken back by Static's team here. They're playing very offensively, Nintendome playing defensively very again. Savage made a very risky jump. I don't know if that was a very viable choice, but wow, it seems Cody,
he caught him.
Cody going in there.
He caught him. That's 2 behind the walls. You never would have expected him there, and that's a quick advantage taken for Team Nintendo. He's going to go ahead and activate the Kraken. Maybe he's seeing someone. He did see someone and might be able to get on top of him, but no, the Kraken ran out a little bit too far in. He got a little bit too far deep there, but he's at least able to push Tomodachi back. Dogface now in the position he'd like to be, as well as the Dynamo Roller. And constantly the key to success that we're seeing time and time again, at least a couple of kills on behalf of Tomodachi here, is the fact that they're able to stay perched. If they just lay there and nobody touches them there, that Dynamo Roller will rain hell from above. And Dogface will take his time sniping your butt in the middle of this open as heck zone. And so far that's been the stories throughout the majority of this match. A Disruptor onto Yo, he is able to survive just in time. Great reactions on Pixel to be able to respond to that Disruptor and an incoming onslaught, but right now they have to be somewhat concerned. Only 20 left on the clock here.
Yeah, exactly. It was a very appropriate play to make there, but yeah, you're right. Running out of time there. There's only about 5 seconds left. He's able to go to the kill. He's able to go for the kill.
You need to go for
that's it. No, they stopped at the 3-point mark.
With 3, is that 1? Is that 3? I can't even tell, but the INKSTORM is on in to get the penalty with 3 points left. My goodness. Nintendome at the absolute last second and gets the kill as well. Cody, fantastic job on him, not only to get some ink with the Kraken onto the zone, but also to get rid of that player, putting it down a lot of ink towards that far zone. We have 56 seconds left, and there is still a game left in this one. If Team Nintendo wants to put this to a 2-0 lead. For now, Tomodachi, you just have 48 seconds to hold on. They get a kill in the middle of the zone, and Dogface, that was absolutely clutch.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're going to be seeing a lot of super jumps going on now as the panic rises here. They're able to keep it down, but it gets stopped, putting a 53-point penalty for MT there. But let's see what they're going to do. Oh, the Kraken is going on to the front, trying to play very assault-like, trying to keep them busy here. But the Dynamo...
Ooh, that penalty, though. That penalty is huge. The fact that they're able to get the penalty is absolutely huge because it's 20 seconds left on the clock. And now they have control of it with 15 seconds left to go. Plenty of people dying. That's 2 down, maybe even 3 that were down for Team Nintendo. They might be taking the loss with this one, but really it's more Tomodachi needs the win right now, considering they were down 1-0 before this, and it looks like that might not be the... Oh, yep, they regain control, and that should be game. What a chaotic game it was, but Team Tomodachi will be able to take game 2 1-1 between these 2 sets, and man, this set is already strong as hell.
Oh man, just even having this backstory about, you know, having people leave the clan and go to this just makes it that much more intense. I'm actually off the edge of my seat right now. But wow, some very strategic plays on behalf of MT there, kind of forming a front line on their end. Even though Nintendo, again, trying to play the range game, it wasn't able to fare enough for the assault that Dynamo and Sniper was actually able to set up on that match. So again, very excellent plays on behalf of MT.
Yeah, Augusto would be proud, surely.
Oh no, he's here in chat. He's like, wow.
Yeah, no, no, I'm just saying he'd be proud for sure. Someone repping the Dynamo, of course, because we don't. I mean, we do see it to a limited extent in competitive play, but when you get to like the finals, semifinals, etc., not really seen too much. And hopefully, it can have a role here for Tomodachi, who came so awfully close in a back and forth battle between control and not control, and who the hell is actually going to retain this for more than 5 seconds at a time. But yeah, no, the Dynamo player played a huge role in that. And I believe that Dynamo player was... I can't see it right now because I turned off static stream.
No.
Either way. Let's go ahead and get on. Game 3, Hammerhead Bridge. I don't think we've actually seen a game in Hammerhead Bridge throughout the entirety of INKSTORM 3 on the cast so far, at least. So I'm a little... It's coming back to me, the thoughts of Exultance and Nike are the first things that jump out to me. But hopefully we'll be able to create some more memories here as Pixel here, left side, going to be approaching from the left side by himself seemingly. And going to get very early on into this, sneaking really far deep into enemy territory here. And this is pretty, well, yeah, we'll definitely want to keep an eye on to him as he's able to get behind enemy lines, get 1 kill, and might be able to get even more.
Seems that they're both teams are 2 down, no, 3 down on behalf of MT here, but they're able to take it back. playing very cautiously on the very top there. But they might want to watch out for turf control on the bottom there.
Yeah, and considering that Pixel here actually spent a lot of his time just jumping around and sneaking behind, there's a lot of unchecked, uncovered ground on the left side, and a lot of greening otherwise. So they were pretty much 3 to 4 in like the Ink War battle, I suppose, and it's resulting in what you see as a lot of domination here being held, at least in terms of land control. But right now, Pixel doing what he does best, but the Dynamo Roll is going to catch him maybe off guard, and they're going to trade.
How did it miss the first swing?
Yeah, that was. It looked like he was directly in his line of sight, but that was somewhat odd to see there. Either way, it looks like Tomodachi is finally going to get possession of that tower, but is quickly going to retreat just a bit. On your screen right now, by the way, ladies and gents, it's going to be Team Nintendome in purple, and Team We Have Come to Make Tomodachi in green. And it looks like Pixel once again going down, this time to Zevchan of Tomodachi. And now 3 down for Team Nintendome. They've got to be on the lookout here, as this can be kind of dangerous. Although they do have 3 minutes left to go. We'll see how far Tomodachi can push this one.
All right, can you just give me your time again? I had to refresh stream there.
3:15, 3:14. And that's going to be another kill for Pixel as he gets onto the tower and defends it at least a little bit. Maybe even stuck as well. Someone is right on top of him, and he's going to go down to Tomodachi, who seemed to have had his number for a while. And they're going to continue the push past 60 at this point. And that's a lot down once again for Team Nintendo. 40, 46, 45, and the 2 people that were trying to defend for Team Nintendo are down. Pixel trying to pick up the bones of his own teammates and try to at least shove them in the face and say, hey, we still can play some sort of defense, right? Right, but no, not just yet. 18, 17, 16, they're still pushing this one forward, and Tomodachi may be able to clutch the win on out. 2 go down, 1 go down, and that's 3. That's a complete ace at the 3-point mark. And Nintendo finally recover. With 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go, I don't know, dude. That's a huge push they just made.
Yeah, once you're in the single digits, it's going to pretty much be nearly impossible to be able to take that back. But they do have about 2.5 minutes left to try and make a change, so we're going to have to see if Cody can do anything. Maybe try and flank, get another wipe on them, and possibly instigate a huge push. They're going to have to go big or go home for this one.
And now, Jesus. That killer whale coming in at a pretty opportune time for Team Nintendo. They do have everybody up right now. 2 are down. Now make that 3 down for Team Tomodachi, and it looks like
it's happening.
It could be happening for them. The sniper doing whatever he can, but it looks like Pixel was able to sneak up onto him, but not before he gets ousted while trying to walk back onto that open-ended zone there on the crate. Zevchan doing what he can to be able to cover whatever zone right next to the tower, but right now they're still pushing it and super hard. The Inksuga is able to get them. The Ink Strike comes down. That's another kill for Team Nintendo, and they will be able to get into the 3-point mark. 1 point, and they are able to win it, just barely, as team member after team member go down, one after the other, and it's 2-1 for Team Nintendo after what was a spectacular finish for them.
What the hell is going on? Unbelievable. We think that it's over putting it in the single point digits for one team, but somehow they can clutch it back. The same story with the Rainmaker match that we had before. We thought it was over, but unbelievable. Wow.
There's really not
absolutely stoked.
There's really not enough time to like talk about what's actually happening right now, because there's so much. Like there hasn't been a match where it's been like there hasn't been a sort of Port Mackerel where like you have time to talk about what happened while everybody is trying to stall as much as possible with their 50 walls and Inkzukas and snipers just going down every single alleyway. That just isn't the case right now. Splat zones, Piranha Pit. Opinions, if any at all, right now.
Oh, hold on. Let me just take a breather real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, here we go. So we're going to have splat zones on Piranha Pit. All right, so a very, very open map. I'm a little bit foreign to how it works with... is it 1 zone or 2 zones for this map? I'm not quite sure.
It is. I can't think right now. I'm pretty sure it's going to be. I'm pretty sure. Just guessing it'd be 2, but that carries no weight because I don't think I've actually seen. I don't think I've actually seen a Splat Zone Piranha Pit match before, and it's one of the newer maps, so at least I have that as my excuse.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm a little bit foreign to it as well. Don't worry. Just getting the new maps, you got to try and figure things out with good time. But despite it looks like ND, they're going to be rocking the Octoshot and 52 Gala, try and get close up, and while they have 2 other people trying to play the range game. So there we go, 2 zones. So they're going to have 2 zones. So they're going to have to do a 2-and-2 split if they might want to try and do anything to play it safe or try and go on the assault. we see Static. He's still rocking that mini Splatling, man. That guy.
Dude,
respect to him.
I honestly wish I could tune into both streams right now. I really do, because it just becomes hard to track after a while. But more than that, it's just that he's done some absolute amazing work for his team here. Tomodachi going down. Pixel having some impressive movement right now, getting the quick double kill, and has the Dynamo in his line of sight. That's a triple kill for Pixel here, as they're going to be able to at least push down the enemy lines, and now Splat zones both have been taken by Team Nintendo. Killer Whale coming in at their base, and with all specials being launched, 1 down, 2 down, maybe even a triple. Not just yet. But once again, the near ace, if not the full ace, once again for Team Nintendo, looking to close this one on out.
Static trying to do everything he can.
I was about to say, dude, Static, you had the bubble and you had the dude in your enemy ink. There's no reason to lose that trade, but he ends up getting in before dying himself. Either way, Team Nintendo doesn't seem to have full control, and now maybe Tomodachi getting control of this other zone. It looks like they're going to trade in the middle of Tomodachi Splat Zone territory, and now Tomodachi has to be on a little bit of a defensive here, as they are already. Team Nintendo is already at the 59-point marker, with a lot of time left to go, and they're definitely in a point with a lot of advantages. And Pixel playing awfully aggressive there. That's going to turn out pretty badly.
It makes things very interesting. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, it's very interesting now because they are on the opposing zone, I believe, and they're kind of in between where some of the MT members currently are. Sorry. Where some of the ND members currently are and where they're spawning. I might make it very difficult for them to hold on to that zone. I think ND might just be able to take it back.
Yo, I think that's 3. I think that's 3 down. That is 3 down, and that's a penalty stacked onto the Team Nintendo, as Tomodachi doing their part to be able to at least do something to this mostly North American squad. But they've done their part. 3 minutes left to go, and they still retain a lot of control here. That's 2 down once again for Team Nintendo. And Tomodachi, out of nowhere, seem to have a lot of control and Dogface in an interesting spot where the ramps are going against your... you have to be consistently moving if you want to just stand in one position. He does that, gets the snipe off onto Pixel, and once after another, it looks like Pixel's going to go down time and time again. What was an aggressive role for him, going in and getting consecutive kills, is now not working for him anymore, and he has to adjust his play.
Yes, indeed. As we see here, they're capturing down to the 40-point mark. They were able to pass, actually, them. He's going down. They're going to be 1 down for MT. ND trying to take it back here. Pixel going in, getting 2.
Before going down himself. 2, Dogface once again. And that's Dynamo. We've seen a lot of this Dogface around, lurking around both enemy territory and just sitting back from his own territory. And really able, with that range, to capitalize on playing a really easy defensive role. That's Savage teleporting into a somewhat hostile zone from Team Nintendo. They might want to watch out for that one, but Zevchan at least able to trade with Pixel here. And with 2 minutes left to go, Tomodachi does have the lead here.
Yeah, let's see. It's going to make it... I see Static. He's trying to play it very defensively, trying to hold on to their zone there, but Pixel going in.
And that's a double kill coming in from him. He has the Dynamo to get rid of, though. Echolocators onto him, so he will know where he is, but he's going to go down to that Dynamo, who's done a pretty spectacular job of at least being able to keep some defense. But right now, no clear control established as of yet. Tomodachi's doing what they can. Actually, they snuck around to Nintendome Splat Zone when they weren't looking at it. Every single member from Nintendome was focusing on Team Tomodachi's Splat Zone, and they weren't back on time to be able to see that they actually stopped the advancement made by Team Nintendo. Now they finally get control once again, but because of the penalty stacked on previously, they have to get through that 20-point penalty stacked on top of them. So with 1 minute left to go, we could be seeing Team Tomodachi forcing that Game 5.
Yes, MT, they were initially struggling there a little bit because the ND had a lot of turf covered on the area, but it seems that they're able to find their way back. Static playing a very, very aggressive mini Splatling right now. He's actually showing that he can do lots of stuff using the Disruptor and then charging that up and going for a nice clean kill.
There's been so many times where we've seen a Disruptor onto a Pixel that's led to a death, and that can't be overlooked by any means. Constant suction bombs and burst bombs coming out off towards the Tomodachi side. Dogface doing what he can to at least give himself some ground to get some sniping ground on, but so far having some troubles with it. It is a 4v4 right now with 20 seconds left to go. A death at this point in time means a lasting impact on the end of this game. Disruptor onto him. Is that another death for him? No, that's a kill before getting sent to death by, once again, Zevchan. 7 seconds left to go, and we could be seeing a Game 5 if nothing else changes. Inkstrike coming in though, but it's not going to be soon enough. And that's going to be 2-2. Tomodachi just hold on for dear life there. As an Inkstrike was coming in at the last second, but it won't be soon enough. Maybe half a second earlier, and it would have stopped it. It would have put the penalty on. It would have forced it in overtime. But unfortunately not the case, as for Team Nintendo, they will be going to a Game 5 to settle this one. And what has been a very eventful, is putting it lightly.
Yeah, no, indeed. I mean, it might have been a little late for them to try and take back that zone, but you know what? That's okay, because this is so hype, and we're going on to a Game 5. I am ready. My body is ready.
Ironically enough, my favorite casts are the zero analysis 110% screaming casts, because that means you know that there's plenty of stuff to be screaming about. And that's exactly what's happening here. For everybody that's tuning in, thank you for the support. Because I know a lot of the beginning of this tournament was a little bit rough to go through, but now we're on to the interesting part, bracket phases. What stories are going to be told here? And as we were mentioning before, if you're just joining us recently, the real storyline behind this, the team captain, former team captain Static from Team Nintendome, left recently in the past 2 weeks or so, and made this pickup team with other former Nintendo member Dogface. And to see them play initially on, I don't know, I'm a sucker for movies. I'm a sucker for video. You know those video games where it's just 100% plot and no gameplay? I love those. And for that reason, this storyline, regardless of gameplay, which has been exhilarating so far, is sweeping me away. Right now we're going on Rainmaker Camp Triggerfish, one of my favorite Rainmaker maps, apart from Skate Park, of course.
This rotation is... this set is really beautiful. I actually was able to get S+99 one time using Rainmaker Camp. It was a very, very nice thing for me here. But going on to their match here, how do you think they're going to fare with the LU that MT might be using, knowing that they play a little bit more short range than anything else do? It is Rainmaker, take note, and CQC does tend to win in this kind of game mode, but knowing how ND's performed, what do you think is going to be happening?
So, because ND's, like, I see the Dynamo Roller, I see the Sniper, I see them being able to approach... Hammerhead is unique in that you can really approach the middle of the map. The bridges really don't affect you. Or they're not going to be affecting Tomodachi because they have such range. And they can attack from afar, and that's really needed, especially towards that ending corridor for that Rainmaker that oftentimes teams have a lot of trouble moving past. And with the ranged weapons, I think Tomodachi is definitely going to have an upper hand here. With that being said, Pixel's individual play, when he gets onto his mojo, he does so well. And he's able to get 2 kills before going down there. So I'm, if you couldn't tell by my weird response, I don't really have the greatest answer for you. We're going to have to see, as we're a minute into this, and the Rainmaker hasn't moved too much as both teams are fighting for dear life here.
Yeah, we see they got one down here on ND's side here. They got 4 trying to come up, but they're going to take the Rainmaker. They're going to try and go to the left-hand side.
Barely
that
avoids
Dynamo
it,
being
but
very scary, though.
Not able to at least escape it. There was too much going on. The Dynamo in front of him, the Killer Whale coming in, and the 52 gal is going to be the death of them, as Tomodachi is going to be able to take the temporary lead here. 75 points, 64. Oh my goodness, they might be able to move this up a little bit now. Somewhat scary territory here, as Pixel found himself on the opposite side of the map. But the Rainmaker will drop at 52 points.
Looks like they're going to have to try and climb up that mesh and drop down to the center if they want to try and take it back. But it looks like Savage initially had the correct positioning, trying to hold them off there, but they are going to go back to the elbow, and that Rainmaker missing, but the Bubbler able to support them, but the Rainmaker will go down, and the Dynamo will try and ink up that path there.
Yeah, now 2 only alive, and that's including a 2 only alive for Team Nintendo, but that's including a Pixel who has just recovered. So he is going to trade with Static, but that's another Inkstrike coming in, opening and paving the way for this Rainmaker, who really needs all the roads he can get, the inroads to success. Team Nintendo having a little bit of a lead right now, but it looks like Tomodachi looking to maybe improve that. They are going to lose it at the 62-point mark, but I think what's really important is that they just move it to that point so they can set themselves up, maybe get a couple walls up, and finally get some teammates here. Unfortunately, Pixel always going to get disrupted, and we've seen it time again, leading to a death, and that will lead to a death. A Static doing well to avoid the Kraken, and oh my goodness, he pulls off the kill with a mini splat link, and good on Static to be able to keep that up, but right now, It looks like Tomodachi able
Absolute
to...
props.
Oh, they actually get the
Absolute
lead.
props in. Look at the bubbler. The bubbler push and the whale push coming in for the lead here.
And
Going
that is
25
clutch.
right there.
The bubble comes up absolutely clutch. A double kill coming in for Pixel, and that's a complete ace. They might be able to move it right now if they have the opportunity to do to move their members as quick as possible. Their teammates from Team Nintendo need to push ahead in front of Pixel right now. And really get the gears going, because that was a monumental, mostly in importance, not necessarily in the points, because of course 45 points isn't necessarily the best point to move it up to for the Rainmaker, but it's significant. These two teams have been at each other's throats, and it's been really, really tough for these teams to move it past that point without getting kills. And for that reason, that's why 45 is really important.
Yeah, I mean, normally you'd think, right, going past 40, it's going to be, you know, that's kind of the big difference between the win and the loss here. But they have been going back and forth, like you said. It's been very, very close. They've been able to turn things around at the last minute. You do have a minute 21 seconds left. Static going in, killing him from below here. Making it very difficult. Dynamo trying to cover turf here, trying to make it very difficult for ND to be able to reapproach.
And now Team Nintendome need to recover, but he's going to jump onto the debris of that Dynamo roller that has so often killed him. Team Nintendo 4 points away from it, but it's not going to be enough. They have plenty of time to be able to snatch that Rainmaker off the clutches of Team Tomodachi, but that Dynamo roller is going to die before he can get anything off, and that's a quick double kill coming in for a Rainmaker that's in a great position right now, hopping around, and Pixel comes up clutch. 43 seconds left to go. They do have the Rainmaker, and they should be able to push it to... Oh my god, this is it, dude. I'm pretty sure this is it.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
44, they get it to 44, just barely!
44.
Just barely! Septon not able to stop them in time, and 28 seconds left to go. Tomodachi needs everything right now. Oh my goodness,
Gotta do
okay.
something really fast here, trying to clear up on the elbow. We got Static, got the bubbler, he's ready, he's going, he's trying to disrupt.
Dude, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing a comeback from this one. 14 seconds left to go. There's 2 down. That's a 2v2 happening right now. Pixel playing awfully safe. The suction bomb doesn't get him just yet. He's gonna have to try to retreat. Gets the kill onto him though. And Savage is trying to teleport to a very precarious situation right now in blue territory. They're in overtime, but they're gonna lose it, and that's Team Nintendo winning it. And what was the only thing that separated them was 1 point, and congratulations to Team Nintendo, barely able to clutch that one out.
Oh my god. I think this is probably going to be
one of the greatest series. One of the greatest series we've had here. Congratulations to Team Nintendo, and it was only a best of 5 in winners round 1. Are you kidding me?
Unbelievable.
Unfortunately for the defectors,